Welcome back. In today's episode, we speak about employees and how to get the best results out of your employees.
Welcome to this edition of Peak Performers Podcast with your host, Thor Conklin. Thor will be sharing the necessary tools, strategies, and psychology you'll need to become a peak performer in any area of your life or business.
Thor Conklin here. We give you the tricks, the tips, the tools, the strategy, the technology, and the psychology peak performers use in order to get more done and execute at the highest level. If you know what to do but struggle with getting it all done, or simply want to raise your game to the next level, this podcast is for you. Sit back and enjoy.
Today's question comes in from Stan in Wales. And Stan asks, how can I incentivize my employees to get better results?
Well, the first answer is you might not be able to. There are A players, B players, C players, and a whole lot of D players.
Rowers and anchors.
Rowers and anchors, that's correct. So don't assume first that you can take anybody and get great results, because not everyone is interested in giving great results. So you've got to start with the right people. I always love Southwest Airlines, how they choose employees for customer service. They don't choose employees and make them great customer service people. They choose great people that already have customer service in them. And I think that's so important. But you've got employees. We're not just going to start over and get rid of everybody and start over. So here's my answer to your question. First and foremost, you have to do something that's very scientific. You ask them. You want to know, what is it? What is the incentive that they want? And so many employers, and I've done this, you don't ask and you just assume. Now, what's going to happen when you ask? What's the first thing that's going to come out of their mouth? I want more money.
Not necessarily. They may be afraid to answer you truthfully.
Well, that is true. But one of the top things is going to be, I want more money.
Probably.
Okay? And does everybody want more money? Sure. Believe it or not, money is not the first thing.
No.
There's been study after study after study about this. And some of them vary, but money generally comes about fourth or fifth on the list. Mm-hmm. There are other things that are more important to employees. So, what are those things? Respect. Employees want to be respected. They want to be appreciated. They want to understand what they do matters. They just don't want to keep going through the motions and not understand, does it really matter? Then, money. They want to understand why they're doing what they're doing. What's the big picture? Not that you're just one little cog in the wheel, but what are they actually doing and why does it matter? They want to understand how to win. Nothing will piss off an employee quicker than having a situation where they're sitting there, they think they're going to get promoted, and all of a sudden somebody else gets promoted, and they're like, wait a second, this person doesn't show up on time, they don't do their work well, they always have other people help them out, they're goofing off, they're on their phone, and they're getting promoted? That just doesn't make any sense. They want to understand, what are the rules of the game? They want to make sure that they're working in an environment that the boss is collaborating with them. They're working together, not working for or working out of fear. People want to feel safe. They want to have certainty that this job is going to be there for them. They want to feel like they're part of a team, that they're part of something, that they're just not a lone person sitting in a cubicle answering the phone or working on the computer and they're disconnected to the rest. They want to be part of something. There are more, but that's what the research has shown to be the top desires. Now, one of the things that I do is I tie my success and their success together. We have a written incentive plan. When we hit certain financial goals, the team gets paid certain financial rewards. So my success is their success, period. Tie things together.
And I think sometimes what that translates into as an actual actionable item is walking into an employee's office whom you believe can do the job well, but simply isn't right now for some reason, and saying to them, Thor, I believe in you and your skills. I like you in this position. I want to know what you need from me to do this, whatever, better, meet this goal, X, Y, Z. And maybe that translates into working remotely twice a week. Maybe that's all the employee wants. Maybe it translates into coming in late on Fridays. Maybe it translates into you want to meet with me once a month instead of twice a week because I'm a meeting freak or something. You have to make it safe for them to be able to say to you, this is what I want. And if they're not going to tell you when you go into your office and ask them, you need to leave their office and say, when you think through what might be helpful to you, my door is always open to you. And you can come to me and have this discussion whenever you're ready.
Yeah, and a lot of times they'll go to fellow employees.
They will.
Yeah, that happens all the time. The last thing I want you to remember, each employee is different. You can't treat every single one the same.
No, you can't incentivize them with the same thing.
Absolutely not. Everyone's an individual, and you have to find out what motivates them.
Right, and that's part of your job as their leader.
Yes, and make notes. If you ever looked into my contact list, you would find all kinds of notes about everybody. Mm-hmm. Not just, who are they married to, what name is their dog, and their kids' names. I want to know, are they a visual learner? Are they an auditory learner? Are they kinesthetic? What are their top needs? What are their top wants, desires?
I went on a job interview at a major university here in Atlanta. I won't name it now. And in the interview process, she asked me, if you were to work here, how would you like to be rewarded for a job well done? And I didn't even understand what she meant. And I asked her, what do you mean? And she said, well, I have an employee here who likes for me to bring a bagel and coffee in the morning after they've done something that was really great. And that really works for them and it has meaning for them. And at the time, I thought that was a little frou-frou, a little too touchy-feely for my personality. But now, that was several years ago, I see the merit in her doing that and in her asking me that in the interview process.
Right. And if you do that for everybody, you'll have a group of them that go, bagels, coffee, are you kidding me?
Right.
Why won't you let me leave at 3 on Friday?
Others will say, I want to leave at Friday, or I
Right.
want to come in on Monday at noon.
Right. Hopefully that helps.
We hope it does. Thank you so much, Stan. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much for listening today. I really do appreciate your time, and I hope you found today's show valuable. If you would like to receive these shows automatically to your phone or to your computer, simply go to iTunes and subscribe. After listening to several of the shows, if you're so inclined, please leave us a 5-star rating, as this helps us reach additional people and spread the message. If you're truly committed to taking your life to the next level and doing whatever it takes to become a peak performer, but something's holding you back, something is blocking your way, and you just can't seem to figure out what it is, send me an email to info@thorconklin.com, and I'd be more than happy to get on the phone with you. We'll schedule a 15-minute discovery call. No obligation, no cost. I absolutely love to hear from the listeners, and if there's something I can do to help, I'd be more than happy to do that. Also, if you found something of great interest in today's show and you want to share that with your friends and family, simply go to my Facebook page, Thor Conklin, click on the episode, hit the share button, and share it on your page. You can follow me at Twitter at Thor Conklin. The website is thorconklin.com. We're constantly adding new free resources, discussing additional tricks, tips, tools, and strategies on how to be a peak performer. Remember, I try to keep these episodes short so you can listen to them during dot time, doing other things, commuting, driving, walking, working out. Decide to be a peak performer in all that you do. And until tomorrow, have an absolutely amazing day.